Hello and welcome to Board Game Basics, episode number 26. I'm Patrick.
And I'm Robert.
Each episode we'll try and talk about a board game and a card game. This week we're talking about One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Woohoo! Ho!
Hosting for this episode is provided by Gameology, Australia's largest game warehouse.
And thank you, Gameology.
Yep.
And we saw their massive car park sale they had a couple of weeks ago. That was the day of your birthday. It's in a different place of Australia, so we couldn't get there. It was huge. They first of all, they showed on the night before the games they had. And this warehouse is massive. Anyway, they had big stack of games, probably like 150 games of Gloomhaven, just for instance, for sale for like $170, so it was really cheap. But these pallet sizes of everything was ginormous. Anyway, then on the next day they showed a lineup of the people outside waiting to get in, and it was out of the place and right down to the end of their street.
I know.
If we were there, it would have been good to go.
But we would be at the very end of that line.
We probably would have, because you wouldn't want to get up too early. But for that, you probably would.
Yeah.
But on that day, it was your birthday.
Yeah.
So, happy birthday.
Thank
Um,
you. And we're supposed to record a podcast that weekend.
Yes, but we didn't. You were too busy. So we're one behind. Do you want to tell us what games you got for your birthday?
So on my birthday, I got Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. And
Which
an
was suggested for you by Michael.
And I got an expansion for that.
Ah, yes.
And I also got Railroad Inc.
Oh, Railroad Inc. Yes,
Yeah.
the dice game. We haven't actually gotten around to playing that yet.
No. That's it.
No.
The Trains Rising Sun.
You got Trains Rising Sun. And we have played
If you're
that.
thinking of if that's like Rising Sun, it's nothing like Rising Sun.
No, it's just a deck building game where you're building railroads.
It's so fun. Especially for me, maybe not for you.
No, I enjoyed it. You wanted this particular one, though, because it's got the Japanese trains on it, which, when we were in Japan last year, we got to ride on a lot of these trains. That was great, wasn't it?
I want to play it again today.
Oh, well, we'll see how we go. Yeah, we've already got Harry Potter Game 2 set up on the table that we're halfway through, but it was too late last night, so we had to get to bed. I got a feeling you got another game, but I can't remember.
No, I didn't.
Around the same time,
I got Treasure Mountain.
Your Treasure Mountain
and
from
its
Kickstarter.
expansion.
So,
And I got a Treasure Mountain expansion.
we won't talk about that too much today, but is it as good as you hoped it would be?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's got that nice bag that, there was another game that we played and it's got like a bag.
Clank?
Clank, and the bag feels like that.
Yeah.
That one's a dragon bag and this one's an axe bag.
Yeah, this is an axe bag, which
Even
when
though
we
it does
talk
have
about Treasure
dragons.
Mountain one day after we've played it a heap of times, we'll
It's sort
go
of,
to it. It's very colourful. There's
Yeah.
so many of those jewels as you're mining. You've got your little...
but also I put the stickers on because you don't have to.
but you wanted to
it
put
makes
the
it look
stickers on.
even better.
And there is a lot of stuff in that game.
Yeah.
So far from the plays we've had of it, we've really enjoyed it. And, wow, it's huge on the table, though.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just a worker placement, and you bump someone off, and then you get their jewels. So were you happy to get that about the day of your birthday? And on the exact same day, from a different company, ordered at a completely different time, but through Kickstarter also, came Mika's...
Yeah, but it was sent by the same people.
Yes, the distribution people in Australia was Atherworks or something.
Yeah,
like that.
Atherworks.
And what was Mika's game again?
Kodomo, Duo, and Kodoma. And what's the other
The
one?
Tree Spirits. Yeah, she was meant to get Kokoro, but that didn't come, so they're sending it out to us.
Woo!
So, and we sort of started playing that, but then it was taking up too much space, so we also didn't get to finish that game either. So we definitely have a lot of games
But
to
Treasure
play.
Mountain. No, we finished Treasure Mountain.
Yeah, but I'm saying for Mika's one.
Yeah. With Treasure Mountain, it has a very good scoring way. So, like, it has the 1 to 99 scoring track around the outside. And then it has, like, this +0, +100, +200, +300.
Yeah, I know the scoring
So
can
then,
get
like,
up to
you
400.
have 2 on there. So you move it around according to how many extra hundreds you have.
So you like that?
Scoring does get very high.
And just we've played quite a few games in the last couple of weeks. I was hoping to play Gloomhaven today, but I don't know that we'll get time. But we did play that recently.
When?
What have we played? We've played King of Tokyo.
Oh yeah.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
That's fun, hey.
It
Champions
gets a bit
of
annoying
Midgar
if you have to go in the
into Tokyo.
Yeah, it gets a bit annoying. I stayed in there for like halfway through the game to the end.
Yeah, I know. Trying to rack up your points.
I did.
Champions of Midgar.
Mhm.
The Vikings.
Oh yeah, I love that game. I love that game. I was making an army of yellow dice.
Oh yeah, that's right. You collected them up. We had to leave right before the end. And
I was
we
angry.
played. Or you didn't
Hey, that's
play
the
it?
same way of ending the game. The rounds as Treasure Mountain.
Oh yeah, it has X amount of rounds,
Yeah,
which
as
is
in
good
Treasure
if you want to
Mountain.
know how long the game's going
Yeah.
for. I played with Mum and the others the other night. Betrayal at Baldur's Gate,
Oh, I saw that.
which is like Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Yeah.
Oh geez, what else have we played? We've played Clank
When did you play Clank?
recently.
I probably wouldn't have been there because half the time you're going over there.
We
at
went over
night.
for a couple of game nights because we're trying to get through a whack of
Gloomhaven, mate.
Gloomhaven of the group one, and we've still got ours. Every time we come in
Yeah.
here and stare on your wall, we know we've
We
got to
haven't
play.
played battleships for a while, though.
No, you
We
had
played
it out the
that
other
since
day
we
with
got
your
it out.
friend.
No, they were playing it. I wasn't playing it.
You were helping.
Yeah. We haven't played it for a while, like. Last time we played it was probably when we were on the holiday.
Yeah, we seem to get so addicted to playing it then. So there you go. So we've gotten loads of games played. We've got all our Kickstarter games come in.
Yep.
We've had your birthday where we've
Yep.
received. Well, you've. I think of it as I've also received, but you've received presents because you get.
Well,
a good game
technically
with-
we've all received a present for my birthday because of games.
I know. Well, we've had a couple of good nights out of
The games that we've
Harry
won.
Potter.
Yeah. And the others.
Although we started that at the 2 basic games, just so that Mika could learn how to play. Mika's
Because
8.
she doesn't know how to play deck building games.
No.
She hasn't played one.
Although I think we're struggling in game 2 already.
Harry Potter
Uh-oh.
isn't. Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle isn't really a deck building game. But you did get that.
It is a deck
No,
building
but
game.
it's sort of like a deck building game, but then you don't take it on till the next game.
Oh yeah, you
Because
reset.
normally you would have
Still
that.
deck building game by game.
But also
Gets harder,
like.
I'm imagining.
But I got the Hagrid card, which is a good one because every player heals one, and you've got that one that removes one of the skull things from the board.
Oh, from the
Card.
what do you call them? Cards?
Yeah, location cards.
Location cards. And I'm Neville. I got to pick last, and you all left
Yeah.
Neville for me. Although I have been told that Neville might play an important part down the
He
track.
does.
So you're Harry. Who was Mum?
Ron.
Ron.
And then
So
me
Mika's
is Hermione.
Hermione. So there you go. Very generic picks there. Since you got to pick first, of course, you're going Harry. So that's been a lot of fun. So
Now we need to
there
talk
you go.
about One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Okay, yes, we should talk about One Night Ultimate Werewolf. Do you want to give us a bit of information of what it
Yes.
says on BGG? This is a game that we got over Christmas, and we played a lot while we were on holidays, and we've come back home and started playing.
Yeah, we've only played it once at home, but like 3 games.
The other night, yeah.
And it can only go up to exactly 10 minutes, and then probably the shortest it could be is 5 minutes.
Okay, do you want to...
So it's rated at 7.2. It was made in 2014.
Okay.
It's for 3 to 10 players. Community 4 to 10. Best with 6 to 8. 10 minutes playing time or under. 8 plus community 10 plus. Weight 1.40. And that's all it is.
You just need to keep your head up there, love.
Yep. And it's rated at 7. Its rank overall is 313. And its party rank is 25.
Yeah, that's because it's a fun game with
No,
a
but you
group.
can play it like at a party.
So this is actually based off of another game years and years ago. I think it might have been called Mafia or something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, So what if I read the Getting Started guide, which is very little bit here on the
Sure.
front. So in One Night Ultimate Werewolf, each player takes on the role of a villager, a werewolf, or a special character. It's your job to figure out who the werewolves are and to kill at least one of them in order to win. Unless you've become the werewolf yourself. Unlike many other games, the real fun in One Night is figuring out exactly what happened over that one night, where many of the players performed some sort of a special action, and you need to figure out which team you're on, because what if you were the werewolf, so you're staying quiet, but then someone switched you and they say, hey, I'm the whatever, and I moved your card and that card, and you're like, oh no, now I'm not the werewolf. Okay, well, I was the werewolf, everyone. So that must mean you're the werewolf. And then that person says, I'm lying, I didn't do that.
I didn't say anything. And everyone pointed at you, even though you pointed at me.
And who was it?
Me.
Yeah, exactly.
I just sat there saying nothing, and everyone voted you.
So basically, it's a fun group game of trying to find out who it is. There's lots of different characters. So all the characters in this particular game, which is the base edition of the game, let's say. So you have a doppelganger, who will copy to werewolves, minion, mason, seer, robber, troublemaker, drunk, insomniac, hunter, tanner, and the villagers.
And the hunter?
Yeah, I said that. And you get to mix the cards as to how you want to. Like when we first started playing, it says use the villagers.
No, we hate villagers.
But now we don't like using the villagers because we're like, boring. We all want to be doing something.
You may as well leave the room until the guys
stop
talking.
If you have to, at least if you use the mason, all you get to do is open your eyes. But at least you get to see if someone else opens their eyes. So they're all fun cards. So then what happens is you select the cards and you're going to use an app. So you have the app, you download the app, you type in which characters you're using at the time.
No, you just tap on them.
Yeah, tap on them, and then you hit play, and it will cycle through the things. And remembering each player gets a card, you look at it, put it back down on the table. So mine says werewolf, put it back down on the table, keep your hands free of it, and there'll be 3 spare cards in the middle. And then,
so if you think about it, you don't actually need the app. Like, you could have someone that isn't playing.
Yeah, you can have a narrator.
At the thing, first it would be the doppelganger, then it would be werewolf, then minion, then mason, then seer, then robber, then troublemaker and stuff.
Yeah, so in the
book,
and then,
you just read out what they need to do.
Yeah, it tells you how you can do that in the back of the book, but who's going to be bothered doing that? Everyone wants to play, don't they?
Unless there's someone that doesn't want to play.
Although, I have to say, it is...
Or if you want to watch, because it is very funny watching...
Yeah.
You could read it out.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I've found it's good fun just to stand back and watch. Although when people mess up the cards, it's not fun, but it is good fun to just stand back and watch the game. So then the app, and it's read by Eric Summerer, who is on the Dice Tower. Anyway, the app cycles through. You do this, you do that, you do that, and then at the end it says, wake up. And then you all have... We set it to 3 minutes.
No, we set...
Because we don't want it to... in 3 minutes, you can pretty much go through
once everyone was just chatting about things, random things, and then he said, "Time is up."
Yeah, I know.
3, 2,
we all
1.
had to quickly guess.
Vote. I was trying to tell everyone that it was 30 seconds or something.
And you can also have just a you can click the vote now button once you've all okay. Well, you stuffed up. You told us what you did. Now we know it's you. You bastard. You're it. Anyway.
But what if they're not it and you're trying to make them sound like
Well, then you got it wrong and they win. Do we keep score when we play this game?
No, you don't need it.
Nah, because it's not about winning or losing. It's just the fun.
There is no score for it.
No, but you could keep a tally. Like if you are on the winning team each time, you give yourself 1.
But if you're the tanner, your own team. You'd
be the only one getting a 1 for that game.
Yo. You have your name down, and whoever gets the most wins.
Do you enjoy playing this game?
Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I enjoy it. It's just because it's an easy game that you can just you could nearly fit it in your pocket. using the 6 cards and your phone. So you could take it anywhere. People always would be looking at what's going on.
No, there's more than 6 cards.
Yeah, no, but if you're just going out for tea, you could just, and you had 4 people, you could just take your 7 cards and play.
So if there's 3 people, you need 3 extra cards, so that's 6. And 4, 7. You always need that 3 extra cards. So then you have the 3 centre cards, so the drunk can do his action.
On Australia Day, when we pulled this game out, that was funny, because everyone's like, no, I'm not playing. And they're watching, and there's all this weirdness happening. Next thing, they're like, okay, I'll play.
Did I play?
No, you were swimming in the pool.
I would have been watching if I got out of the pool in time.
And I like in the book where it says, now the first time you play this,
you don't hear the rules.
You are not going to know what you'll open your eyes and you'll all look at each other and go, what just happened and what am I meant to say? But then after you've played it once, you see,
but you don't need to read the rules.
Depends on what character you are, whether you want to spill your information too early. But if you have a lot of people that just don't talk, it's not going to be that much fun.
This should be what's in the rule book. You do not need the rule book. You do not need to read there are no rules in this rule book because you just listen to the app and it will tell you.
Exactly. And
then
don't use the doppelganger.
But remember the app.
At the first game with your beginners, don't use the doppelganger, don't use minion.
It should show like a setup for your first game.
Because as soon as you put in the doppelganger or minion, it starts getting harder and more confusing, don't you think? The other day we were just like, people were like, but I don't understand. We're just like, how about we just play it? The first game doesn't even matter. It's not like you're scoring in any of them. Let's just play it and you soon get it. And within 2 games, every player had the idea and wanted to go, let's go again. So anyway, that's all we really need to say about it. It's definitely a fun game. Pretty easy to play. Mika loves it because it's a game that we can play as a family. We all enjoy it as well. Do you have a rating or anything for it, Paige?
I want to know what you think.
You want to know what I think? Well, it's so hard when you give a rating. Like, it's definitely in the collection. It is a really fun game. It's not like you're going to sit there and play it for an hour or 2 most times. You might just want to play it for 20 minutes, get a few games in and go, that's enough. But it's a game you can pull out with anyone. So for that reason, I'm going to give it an 8, I reckon. There, let's go with an 8. I really think it's a great game to have, which will come into our discussion.
It's really a 9 because
9, yeah.
You pull it out on the table. You don't you can just pull it out on the table in front of everyone, put on the app, deal out the cards, put them in the app, start playing, and no one even knows what's happening.
Yeah. So you're going to give it a 9?
Yeah. Nothing.
That's fair. I'm nearly on a 9, but we'll say 8. Was there anything else you needed to say about this one? Or?
No, there isn't.
Okay, so now for this little piece that we are not doing a second game this week, I have a favour to ask. I'm thinking of writing. We've written a couple of little.
We have a favour.
Yeah, we have a favour. Well, it's a favour for you to help as well. We have written a couple of articles on the Gameology website just for about a couple of games that we like. And so now the next thing I'm thinking of doing is 10 great family games that all collections could have. That could it could be in all collections. So we're after your thoughts. So let me just give you an idea of the criteria that I'm thinking of. Want it to be fun. Easy. You want a varied type of games.
Like, what do you think? Like, if you search it up on BGG for games.
Oh, not necessarily a number.
What would the rate thing be?
Yeah, no, it doesn't have to be that. It can be a mix of all things. So, okay, let me tell you what I think 8 games are, when we've had this discussion before as well, that I think should be on this list. And they would be... So this is also, if you've got 10 games in your thing for a family, that anyone could come over and play as well is another thing I'm thinking of. And
Put this in the collection.
And people maybe
Alright.
just getting into the board game
Yeah,
hobby.
you would put One Night into that.
So, I've got Catan,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ticket to Ride.
That's the one we started off with, Catan.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Ticket to Ride.
Ticket to Ride was like the second one. Sweet.
One Night Ultimate Werewolf.
Oh, that's one that you have to have in your collection. If it's
Carcassonne.
beginners. Oh yeah, that's a good, easy beginner game.
Potion Explosion.
Yeah, that's definitely great.
Sushi Go Party.
Oh yeah, because that's a lot of people,
Yeah.
and it's actually like meant to be a family game.
King of Tokyo.
Mm.
You're not so sure about that one? And
It's
Harry
not very
Potter
easy.
Hogwarts Battle, because then there's a deck building game. Otherwise, you don't learn how to play deck
The
building.
Trains Rising Sun is probably actually easier than that.
Easier than that. Mika's...
It's easier to learn.
No, I don't think so. Mika is finding it easier to learn Harry Potter than Trains, because Trains
Mika,
there's
she
so
hasn't
many
learned
things going on and I'm battling you.
No, we're not.
But in Harry Potter, you're helping me. Why are you not taking that lightning bolt? Why are you trying to buy bigger cards and not taking that lightning bolt? Anyway, so they're the 8 games that I've put down as 8 games that would fill that category, in my opinion. To new gamers or just ones that you could have in your collection. The other 4 games that I've got down that are possibilities that we definitely want to get help on are Pandemic Legacy. I don't know if that's one that should be there. We haven't played it, but everyone says that Pandemic is better than Pandemic Legacy is better than Pandemic, because it'd be good to have a group game.
Well, we got Pandemic Iberia, and I love that.
Yeah, I know, but
It's got trains and stuff and everything in there.
Field. I don't know if you'd put that in there. I want to know if you were to put one of them, what would it? Or would it be Forbidden Island, Forbidden Desert?
Nah, not really.
No, you don't like them.
I wouldn't put him in, but I do like him. But it's not really like the massive family new game one. New gamers.
Nah.
It's not really for new gamers and a family one.
But the thing is,
it's more for like more bigger gamers, not like beginners.
What I'm trying to get at though is a game that you can play against a common goal. So a co-op game
Yeah.
where you're trying to defeat something. So that's why I put in Harry Potter, because Harry Potter's that and deck building.
But Flashpoint.
Pandemic is...
Flashpoint's
Yeah,
a
Flashpoint
good
was
one
good.
as well.
But that's quite complicated.
Not really.
Yeah, I'm not
Well,
sure.
if we did the like hardest game and we defeated it. Like we
Next
just,
game I had as an option, Tokaido.
Yeah, that's definitely a family one.
Because that's
'Cause, like,
simple family.
If it's a
easy.
family of 3, you can play that. Family of 4,
Yeah.
family of
How
5.
pretty is that game?
You can only... Oh, no.
We need to
I
talk
know.
about that sometime.
Like, you could play it up to 5 people, so if it's a perfect family game.
So that
Because
one,
most 4-player ones aren't the best for family games. Because if all the family like it, that's in the house. Like, say us 4 like it.
yeah,
But then we have friends coming over to play with that game, and everyone wants to play it. That's where you struggle.
yeah, because it doesn't have that many players.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay. You
But
could
that's
get it,
why the
you
good
pull out another
long-
one of these games and
Yeah.
have 2 different ones.
But it's not very great having 2 running at once.
No, it's harder. But that's why if you can have some big numbered games
Yeah.
like Sushi Go, Catan can go to 6, Ticket to Ride can go. Anyway,
Ticket to Ride can go like
the other 2 games
5.
I've got there that are possibilities, but I still don't know. One is Camel Up, and that's because they're just reprinting it. And everyone, that was one of the early ones we played as well when we were getting back into it.
Isn't that like one of the first?
And that seems to be a game that everyone that just comes and sees goes, oh, that's fun.
It's like
It's-
if you had to rank them, that's probably just about first. So all you do is choose what you're gonna do, like roll the
Roll,
dice, do that or do this other action.
And
then,
anyone
like,
can win. It's very random.
and like it's very
And it's
extremely
fun.
random.
but
And there's like this pyramid shaker. It's so cool.
But they've released the new edition of it, so they've just reprinted and rechanged the artwork and everything. And then the other game could have hit or miss here is the D&D starter set,
Yeah, that's a good family one.
because I'm like, it depends if people are into that or not. I know. Now we were never into that. But I always thought, that'd be interesting.
But
we bought it and we've started playing it.
We've come up. There's only one thing that I think would be missing from that game with the one that we've got. I reckon, like, you could have added, like, they could have added stickers or something on it, so then, like, it looks like the camel or something. Or
like a printed picture of the camel.
Yeah, like a printed picture of a camel thing.
Oh, well, they're still pretty cool the way they sit on top of each other.
But that would make it look even better.
The only hard part of Camel Up is the kids knowing how to bet. But it doesn't matter, you soon learn. You know, like, to get the grasp of first or last.
Well, pretty much when we played it, I already knew really what to do the first time we played it. Because, like, you just read through the rules and you're like, oh, yeah, now I know how to. And then, like, you just do it and you've got it pretty much straight good.
So then you didn't say about D&D. What do you think about that one?
Oh, that one's actually a good one. But it could be a miss. Like, it could be totally off the list. Or, like, it could be, like, one of the best games.
The starter set's only $25 or something.
But it's good for that amount.
So it was enough to give us we haven't finished it or anything, but we've had some funny times, haven't we, talking about it, what would have happened.
It's just like when we're doing the Starfinder fantasy
We'll talk about that in a sec.
Isn't it?
So anyway, if anyone out there would like to email us, boardgamebasicspodcast@outlook.com, give us your thoughts of if 10 games you would put into the category like that, like 10 great fun family games for all collections. There's probably others I can't even think of, but I would love to hear them.
You would have to email us in with them.
Yeah, you could do it on Twitter, I suppose.
Nah, but then it might be a bit harder to know where they are. It's probably easier getting it emailed.
Okay. Alright, I think that's all we need to do on that. So please give us a hand so that I can have something to write about.
Yeah.
And you got to help me write it. Yeah, and you got to help me write it.
Okay, so what are we going to talk about now?
Do you want to quickly have a chat about Starfinder then? That we just sort of started?
It's really fun.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Yeah, we have started playing it last weekend with some people that do another podcast.
Yeah.
Geeky Teacher Parent that listen to this. And, well, what do you know? First time? How did it feel playing over the internet?
This one's way better because you get to create everything off your character. Like, you get to choose. Because in D&D, like, you don't choose, like, what your character...
Oh, no,
like,
you do choose all that, but we just
stuff.
did the starter set. So if you don't do stuff... But this is in the...
But the starter
outer
really
space in different planets.
It's like this space
So what's yours? Tell me what your character is.
My character is a mercenary, human, and soldier.
Yeah. And what's its name?
And the picture is like an old person.
Yeah,
and its name.
They kept calling you
Grandpa.
Grandpa. So now I think your nickname will be AKA Grandpa.
Yeah, and then or Grandpa Milk or something. Its name is Milo Milk.
Yeah, and what were you saying when you were making a little story for it yesterday? That
it was like 90 years old and
I'm like, but you've got acrobatics of 6, so how's he going to do?
And you're one, and we knew each other because my grandfather built you as like a servant thing.
Yeah, and then now I met you after.
Yep.
I didn't keep in touch with the family, and then I just met you. I forget how I said doing a job or something. Yeah, but I said if you're 90 and you've got acrobatics of 7, how are you going to keep that up?
Another one is one of +7 and the other one's +6.
Yeah, so
and
what are you going to do?
It's like both acrobatics.
So how are you going to stay so healthy?
Athletics and acrobatics.
How are you going to stay so healthy? I said I think your thing needs to be you have to go to the gym every day. But
if I don't, I'm going to run there during the middle of a battle.
Yeah.
Bye. And then I just take my character off. Like, because you know how we had that squared screen? Like, I just take my character off like he's walking to the gym.
Yeah. That was fun because we were playing it... we were sharing a computer and the others in America were using 3 separate computers. And
It might be easier using 2 separate
if
ones.
we had 2 separate, it would be easier.
Because then we could roll at the same time and
Yeah, you could muck around on there.
No. But then if I need to change something on my character and you're changing something on yours...
Yeah, you can be doing
we can
it.
both be doing that.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
But then we got to buy another program because we're using Fantasy Grounds, and that costs $40. So for now, we'll just stick with it the way we are.
Remember when we had to kick that unknown player out? Except it kicked your screen off because you had
it
like
shut
that
down.
one on there. And but you had to create a character called Kid as your drone.
Oh yeah, because I've got a drone. So what am I? I'm a Android ace pilot, and a mechanic. That's right, I'm a mechanic. And
So does that mean my grandfather built you as that stuff?
yeah, probably. Oh, I've
In
learned
this
some
thing?
tricks since then. What are you talking about? And what were you saying? Oh, and I get a drone.
Oh yeah.
So I've got this drone, and so of course I called my character Knight Rider. So my drone has to
Is
be Kit. So I have to come up with some. I have to remember what Knight Rider likes to do. Does he have like this black leather jacket or
Yeah, or something.
sunglasses? I should make it that
He
my
has-
mission that I've got to go and find a jacket or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has a black jacket. Because are you? I haven't found the discs of that.
No, they're in the cupboard. But when you used to watch it all the time.
If I knew where it was, I would be watching it all the time. I wouldn't need Netflix. I'd just be watching that.
So anyway, that was really fun. We just it took a couple of hours because we had to work out how to do it. And then the
They had to
problem
go
is
to
my
bed.
settings from that I had to just change today to try and get working on this podcast. So
It was like the
hopefully it
middle
all
of-
sets up again.
If we did it in the middle of the day here, it would be like the middle of the night there. Or something.
Yeah, so we were doing it at like
10 in our
before
time.
lunch, yeah, and then for over in America it's tea time or getting closer to bedtime. By the time you finish playing, it's definitely bedtime. So
If you
hopefully
did
we
the
can
whole
keep that
game, it would
going.
last all night for them and all day for us.
I like how one of them had the laser
yeah.
gun and it's got all the wires hanging
Oh, yeah,
out of it.
yeah. And he's like, hey, and then you're like, hey, why don't you get it fixed while we're here? And then he's like,
Don't
He
look
just-
at my gun.
he's just staring at you and he puts it in his pocket.
That's funny. So, and it's hard to learn how to role play because we're not used to that. And also doing it over a computer is hard. So we have to learn how to, not just, I'm going to whack you with my Doshko.
Doshka.
Oh, so you say, what's your character's name? Milo runs up and swings his Doshka at...
But every time I did it,
then
I would
find out
hit
what
it. I would hit it. And one of the times I burnt him into ash.
Yeah, I know. So that's something we have to work on is how to express it more. And see how we go. Remember, we're not used to doing that sort of stuff. So
I should have said this in with that guy that had the can. I would have run up to the can and just turned it into ash and liquid.
no, I said you're the human. You should have gone up and drunk his can of drink.
No, I should have run up to it and turned it into ash. That would have been funny.
So anyway, thanks to the guys that are running that. That's been fun with one session, but we're going to try and do it every fortnight. For a while, we'll see how we go, and then maybe one day they're talking. We might be able to do a joint talk about it on a
Podcast about
podcast, and we could put that on our podcast. And
But how would that work? Would that work through that thing that we were using?
yeah,
And you have your microphones closer to the computer so I can pick up what they're saying or something?
I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it as same as he will be as well.
I don't know how to do it.
Okay, so that's fun. So that's been cool. I'm looking forward to the next one of that. I
only
need to
know-
develop my story a bit more.
I only know how to set up a normal podcast, not a joint podcast with someone over the other side of the world.
Yeah, so you're going to have to work that out.
You can.
I had enough trouble just getting the microphone to work.
I had to unload all the shopping as well.
Now, the
Well, you were
next
doing
thing... the book. So I was reading Ready Player One, for anyone that's interested, which I'd heard, again, from that family. Oh, I loved it. I could not put the book down. I read it. I hardly ever read books like
You
this.
read
I
this
read it in 2
description.
weeks.
You read this description to us, and I'm like, and then I wanted you to keep reading or something.
Yeah, I know.
So it sounds good just with that description thing.
I would be up till 12:30 at night going, oh no, I've got to go to sleep, but I want to know what happens.
No, that's normally me with my books that I'm reading. Like, you like get angry that you have to go to bed.
So now I've actually put down at the library for his second book, Armada. I don't know. It's in a completely different world, but anyway, we'll see what happens.
Unless you read it in one day, the whole day.
So I definitely recommend giving it a try. It's different to the movie, I've been told, although I'm waiting for the movie to come from the library. That Ready Player One is definitely worth trying if you like games and things like that. And maybe
The
if you
book
like the
or the
80s,
other
70s, 80s.
Isn't
70s.
aren't they both set in like different times? Like the books the 80s and the movies the 90s?
The 90s, yeah.
Yeah,
But there's
didn't the
references to
geeky
lots
teacher-
of different things.
Didn't the Geeky Teacher podcast say that as well?
Yep. So, anyway, that's something that I loved, and I don't normally get right into all those things. And I reckon that's about it. Is there anything else you can think
But
of?
you can get very angry having to go to bed if you're reading a very good book.
Yeah, I know, like you are now. So you've got a little Minecraft
Yeah,
fictitious story that someone's written.
4 books or something.
Yeah, I know. How many books do you want on the go there?
Most of them got to go back at the same time. One of them I've finished and has gone back already. So then I would have had like 5 or something. And I read another one in the on the holiday. And if I didn't finish that, that would have been like 6 books to read at home.
Oh, well, lucky. You need to finish. Oh, and we started reading Lemony Snicket's now.
Oh yeah.
And we're like, okay, because we had watched a few episodes of it
We watched
ages
to number
ago.
5.
And then we're like, oh, no, okay. We're not allowed to watch any until we've read the book.
No.
So, well, we're halfway through reading. It's only on the nights when we go to bed and we all get to read together. Otherwise, it's other nights you're reading in your room and Mika's reading in her room. All right, I reckon that's the end of the show. So, do you have
that's bye for me.
Before you bye
Oh,
for
yeah,
me?
the jokes.
Email,
Jokes?
follow. So, what's the email?
So email us in at boardgamebasicspodcast@outlook.com.
Yep. And
And our
Twitter.
at capital B for board game basic podcast.
Nah,
Board game basic 1.
Board Game Basic 1. Yep.
1.
And what else? So, yep, I should put some more things on there, but I get a bit slack.
Hosting for this
oh, yeah.
episode is provided by Gameology, Australia's largest gaming warehouse.
So, thank you very
So
much.
thanks, Gameology.
Gameology.
Thanks for letting us buy all those games we got there
I
as well.
know. Yep, no, that's good.
It's an
Okay.
amazing store though they've got
So,
there.
hopefully we'll try and get another episode recorded next week, although
Yep.
if we're playing Starfinder, it might be hard, but see how we go.
No, but that was the only reason we didn't get one done on my birthday weekend because we had my birthday, and then Starfinder.
Yeah, I know, but you've
Otherwise,
still got
yeah.
2 weeks of cricket left.
Otherwise, we would have had to. Otherwise, we would have been able to do the podcast.
I know.
No, but we might not be able to do it next time we do Starfinder as well
See how we go.
because I got cricket on
I
the day
know.
before.
Okay. Well, do you want to take us out?
Thanks for listening. So that's bye from me.
And bye from me. Okay. Another show done. We now Michael gave us a tweet and said that he does listen to the jokes at the end. So thank you very much, Michael, for that,
Right,
and
now
also
we
for
got-
the kind words saying that he enjoyed listening to the whole family on there.
And
We need
now-
to get everyone. Patrick's so excited to tell his jokes, and we will need to get everyone on again sometime, won't we? Need to
We've got
get
some
Mum to do
jokes.
it. Now these ones.
based on what you said in that about what he liked in that email.
Well, he likes
Yeah.
the cats. So, you found some cat joke. Cats, Geelong. Okay.
Why
Let us
did
have
the-
it.
Why did the cat go to the medical school?
Don't know.
To become a first aid kit. What song does a cat like best? 3 Blind Mice.
Oh,
What is a cat's favourite colour?
don't know.
Purple.